Where's my water? There it is. Oh, yeah. Oh, we live. We live. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. We are live. 12 days away. Do you understand what I'm saying? 12 days away from the big Miami Hurricane Notre Dame game. Man, we get excited every year. But let me tell you, it's different this year. It's not, you know what? I'm not going to say it's not different in excitement, but I do feel it's different. As in, we didn't expect Cam Ward last year to do what he did. I don't care what nobody expected Cam Ward to do what he did last year. But this year it's different because we're expecting it. We're expecting a great team, aren't we? Doesn't that feel good? Where I don't remember in the past, I remember we're excited because, look, we're Kane fans, right? We get excited. But it feels like we're getting excited because of the right reasons this year. Not just being a homer, not just Notre Dame, you're going to lose because we're better. No, not because we're a homer, but because we actually have depth. Because Mario Cristobal seems very excited about what's going on in practice, about how the roster is building up. And let's be honest, and I said this on Alex Donno show, big shout outs to Alex Donno. By the way, he did a podcast tonight with Popo. And I will tell you this. The words people are speaking, the players, how they're talking, it's different. It's different. I heard Popo say brothers like 4 to 6 times tonight. Oh, that's my brothers. They didn't really do that in the past. I feel like Heatherman got this defense together. I don't know if you feel what I'm feeling. We're going to get to all your comments. This is a live podcast. Please leave your comments about Notre Dame. They just announced CJ Carr. We will talk about that. I got the quarterback battle. We're going to talk about that. We're going to break it down. We're going to talk about Notre Dame in Miami, 12 days away. Leave your comments because we will talk about them, because I got lots of thoughts about the Notre Dame controversy, things that irritated the heck out of me. That was absolutely ridiculous. You know what song came to mind when I'm listening to the Notre Dame media? And I love the great guys, I'm sure. Great guys. But how they were spinning this quarterback. You remember that song that goes, spin, spin, sugar? You know, you in Miami. You remember when we were at Club Live, or we were at Crowbar back in the day, and they would play that song, spin, spin, sugar, spin, spin, Opium Nightclub. You remember? Spin, spin, sugar, spin, spin, sugar. And the whole play, boom, boom. And when that beat dropped, boom, 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 boom. Spin, spin, sugar. That was Notre Dame press. I'm talking about all you guys over there. I'm talking about all you. And I like you. I like you all, but I'm talking about all of y'all because I listen to y'all. I got my facts, all right? Y'all are all saying, well, looks like, this could be a good thing. You know, hey, it's a good thing we don't know who our quarterback is. Hey, because a month and a half before that, they were like, well, I'm sure the quarterback is CJ Carr, and it's going to be wrapped up. It's going to be fine. We're going to go into camp. We'll have a month. Then it got to a month. They were like, well, I'm sure next week they're going to announce it. And then it got to 2 weeks. We're like, well, this is a great thing. This is really good. We don't have a quarterback yet. It's really great. Why do you think that is? Well, because, and I can't believe they said this in the press conference, if we have the backup come in, at least the line is comfortable with him. They know his signals. They know his calls. And my argument to that would be when Tua came in for, wasn't it, who he come in for in the Alabama game? Play for the Eagles. Oh, my God, I'm brain farting because I'm so Miami Hurricanes right now. But Tua, he was the backup. He came in, and won the national championship. There wasn't shared time as quarterbacks. Tua didn't even touch the field. So stop the spin, Notre Dame. It's a bad thing they had to wait this long. Because let me tell you what, before I get, I can't go, I don't want to get into the quarterbacks yet. Ooh, man, this is why I love you. Because look, I speak as a fan. I'm not an expert like Alex DONNO. I'm not an expert like Gio Milian. I speak like you. And when we hear some, BS, it's like, yeah, because let's be honest, our coaches do it too. Mario was doing it last year about the defense. It's like, well, we had a bad game. No, it's a team effort. We had a bad. No, Mario. No, don't spin this. Your defense is horrible. You need to do something about it, okay? You need to fix it. You need to fire the DC or something. Don't spin it. I'm done with the spin. I got your comments coming in. Yes, I will get to your comments. But, man, I want to recap some stuff you've heard about. Thank you. Jalen Hurts. Yes, Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts didn't play well in the game. Tua came out of nowhere, won the national championship. I did not hear Nick Saban go, well, it was good that they shared snaps. You know why he didn't say it? Because they didn't. All right, so we're done with that. But before I get to CJ Carr and Notre Dame, and big shout out to all the Notre Dame fans that watch this podcast. I make a lot of them laugh, and that's what that's the thing. I'm a comic, so I try to make you laugh, but I also give facts. If you listen to me on DONNO, I give facts. And one fact I'm going to give before we even get into it, I got to show you this. I got to show it to you. Got to show it to you right here. It's going down, people. It is going down. August 29th, 4:30 p.m., Fort Lauderdale Improv. It's the Gio, Yo, and DONNO show, or DONNO, Gio, and Yo show. However you want to put it, that's what it is. It's going down at the Fort Lauderdale Improv. We're doing a podcast. It's a Beat Notre Dame podcast. We want to see you there. I already posted about it. It's free to get in. All you have to do is hit that link. Hit the link. Get your tickets because they give you free tickets. So just sign up. We want to pack it out. With Miami fans, whether there's 10 people there or 100 people there. We're going to do the podcast, and I'm going to release that podcast on Friday night after the podcast or Saturday morning so everybody can get pumped up before the show. And I will see you at the game on Sunday. Big shout outs to Derek hooking me up with tickets. I'm playing. I got to buy them. Anyway, so it's going down. Please, I'm going to hit that link again one more time. Please make it out if you can. Even if you can pop by, say hi. We're going to try to get some ex-players there. Some people in the media is going to be there. So I know big shout outs to WPLG, the news station. WPLG, they hit me up and they said they're going to be there. They're going to be covering it because it's all about Miami, baby. It is all about Miami. The show's not going to be streamed live. Darius Noble says, is the show going to be streamed live? The only reason I'm not going to stream it live is because I would hate for that club not to have the best signal and it cuts out. I think it would ruin everything. So I'd rather tape it, make sure it's good on cameras, make sure you get great quality, and release it soon after the podcast or Saturday morning. So, the way I see it, Alex DONNO is amazing. Gio Milian's amazing. I'm there for the entertainment and fun of it. I see this dropping on Saturday. Everybody listening to it. And then you're going to see all three of us at the game, man. It's kind of a celebration. So please come on out. We'll put you on the air if you got a good question. We would love to see it. Now let's get to business. Alex DONNO had Popo on his show. And the brotherhood that man talked about, if you haven't seen it, after this podcast, go watch it. It's something different about how the players are talking. It is. Am I just saying that, or do y'all believe that too? I know they always, every year, they're like, oh yeah, we're a team. They always talk the same, but this year they're not talking like that. Before it seemed more surface. You know what I'm saying? You ever have friends that talk about friends, but you know what they're saying is kind of surface? It's like, oh yeah, he's a good guy. Yeah, he's a good guy. Yeah. We got a good team. Oh yeah, I love the players on this team. We really get along. You know, they talked like that before. Now it's different, man. It's like, these are my brothers. These are my people. This defense, Popo said, people are at the building in the morning. And when he leaves 8, 9 o'clock at night, this is a linebacker that's leaving the building at 8 o'clock at night studying film. He's going to packed with people. And even Popo said that hasn't happened before. They were there. Some people were there. But now, man, I feel it. Am I the only one thinking that? Or do they sound different? Leave it into my comments. This is a live podcast. Before we go on, I want to read some of your comments. I'm also excited about the scrimmages, man. Offense, it was like a dead heat. They were going back and forth. I like that. But Popo also dropped hints that defense is nasty. Nasty. And I will say this. We were 4 defensive backs short of making the playoffs because we had the best offense. Think about it. We had the best offense in the country. If we would have went to the national championship or even got into the playoffs, they would have did some damage. I don't know if those defensive backs would have done anything. It would have been shootouts, but Cam Ward would have put on a show. We were a defensive backfield away from going to the championship, but we'll move on. Simfrey Kane, let's go Canes. Juan Manuel V. Hey, Michael, CJ Carr. It's the Notre Dame QB. Aren't you scared? A 5-star QB. Oh, yeah. I'm hearing all of it. Yes, Popo does look like a boxer. Leave your comments right now. Love the channel, Michael. Let's go Canes. Let's dominate this season. Let's do this. Yes, Jalen Hurts. I was asking about who was quarterback when Tua came in. All right, here we go. J. Manuel, Notre Dame. Jamie says CJ Carr is more mobile and can run than Beck. Competition is great. He was throwing interceptions to an elite secondary, not Miami scrubs. Okay. This is funny. Hold that thought, J. Manuel. CJ Carr is not more mobile. CJ Carr is a pocket passer. That's why Minchie took him all the way to the last second to be announced. Who you talking to, J. Manuel? I've been listening to Notre Dame podcast. I've been listening to Tyler Wojak. I've been listening to, what is that, Gold and Blue or whatever the heck that podcast is called. I've been listening to those 3 dudes. CJ Carr is a pocket passer. The dude cannot run. Minchie was the runner. Don't talk to me like I don't know your team. And let me tell you something. I'm glad. I don't want to even talk about quarterbacks. We're going to get to it in a second. But I'm so happy they picked Carr instead of Minchie. I will give Notre Dame this Notre Dame got a good O-line. Yes, they do. Running backs. Yes, they do. And defense. Those are the things that can help him. So I do expect a good game. I don't expect a good game. And I'm not being a homer. Be savage. And I said this in my last podcast, and I said it with DONNO. There have been 3 teams that matched up in the top 10. Not many. In the last 6 years, 3 teams, first week, top 10 teams matched up. The average win total has been 13 points. 13 points. Because I believe a team always comes in. Both teams think they're prepared, but when you're in the first game, you don't really know each other. They both got new defensive coordinators. We got a whole new defensive backfield. They got a brand new quarterback playing at Miami. And I don't care what people say about the fans. Put on the tape of 2017 Notre Dame. And Notre Dame, well, why you got to talk about 2017? Because you said nobody's going to be there, and everybody was there to watch you get that spanked. That's why I'm saying put on the tape. So all you Notre Dame's making fun about fans, oh, yeah. One thing Miami is known for, we may not show up, but we show up for an event. We show up to premieres. If it's a new club open, we're going to be around the block. If it's an event where it's good to be seen there, oh, we'll be there. Look, you got Dana White that owns the UFC coming to that game. You know J-Lo probably popped through. Shakira will be there for no reason. You know Alex Rodriguez will be on his knees begging J-Lo back. You know it's all going to go down there. Anybody and everybody that wants to be seen will be at that Miami and Notre Dame game, so stop talking about the crowd. If that's all you can talk about, it's sad. Yes, you have defensive backs. You have 2 of them. You got 2 cornerbacks. Your safeties are new, so I don't know why you're bragging about them. You have not seen them play in your system. Your safeties are new. So when you say you have the best secondary, you can say you have the best corners, but you don't have the best secondary because you haven't even seen it yet. So stop with all that noise. Running backs, yes, Love is great. Even though, isn't it weird? They didn't name Love a team captain for the first game. That's weird to me, right? That's like them. I mean, what is the level of that? Like, Love would be the most popular player on that team. Here's the thing about Carson Beck. I wouldn't say he's the most popular player on the Miami team. He's the most talked about. But I would say that's like the first game if, I don't know, maybe like a Reuben Bain wasn't captain. But he's on defense. I don't know. There's so many good defense. Like, I just think that's crazy that their best player, that's like the best player on Miami, whoever you think that is, not being captain. And to me, that would be Reuben Bain. You know, that's like Reuben Bain not being out there as a captain. I don't think that'll happen. But your best running back, your best player, the best prospect that going to the NFL is not a captain? Why do you think that is? I'm not making anything of it. I'm just asking. Why do you think that is? Because even when I'm listening to these podcasts, they were pretty shocked about that too. They were like, wow, why isn't Love a team captain? And then they started to spin it. Well, you don't have to be a team captain to be a team player. Of course you don't. Of course you don't. I get it. But it is weird, Notre Dame fans. You can yell all you want, but it is weird that your best player is not a team captain for the big game to kick off against Miami. I don't know. I'm not making nothing of it. I'm just saying it was weird when I heard it too. All right, what we got? Dora the Explorer, his imagination. Man. All right, who else we got here? All right, Mr. Cannon. Notre Dame can't plan for that Miami D. They don't know what's coming. Miami DB room loaded. Will soon be known as one of the top groups in the nation. Raf Lopez, I feel that's an accurate statement. I think this, I wouldn't even call it a surprise. I think the defensive line is going to surprise some people, but I think the defensive backfield is going to be talked about all year. I think it will surprise some people. Anthony, what's up, man? This is the first time in how many years that Miami plays all their rivals in one season, Notre Dame, Florida, FSU. If there's a year to show the CFB that you're here to dominate, this would be the absolutely. So let's talk about it. CJ Carr versus Carson Beck. Now, I'm going to give my thoughts about CJ Carr, why I love that he's playing against Miami instead of Minchie. I love that CJ Carr, because to me, any pocket passer that can't really run well is a good matchup for Miami. Because I don't care what people say. And this is even about last year's front seven. I don't think the defensive backfield gave them a chance to rush the quarterback because it was like a one-step drop. I mean, literally, the Miami secondary is so bad. Georgia Tech's quarterbacks changed. Like, you knew the guy when he came in, he was going to throw it, and we still couldn't stop it. And he wasn't taking all these steps back. No, he was getting the ball out in like under 2 seconds. So Miami defensive backs made the D front seven bad. This year, I think it'll be different. But Carr, I would rather him than Minchie because Minchie can run. And we know the history of Miami. And just a running quarterback is more dangerous. So this is what I think. You remember 2017? I even forgot the quarterback. I didn't have time to look it up. But they had a quarterback that started that game. They took him out really quick. And then the other one fell apart too. I see this happening. If I had to predict, Carr won't even make halftime. Carr will not even make it to halftime. They will try to put Minchie in before halftime. I really do believe that. I love that they're playing Carr. My half-black and Korean brother, Marcus Freeman, thank you. Thank you for playing CJ Carr because I feel that Minchie's going to come in. That's what I feel. I really feel that. And just think if you're Carr. Like, nobody's talking about this. Just think if you're Carr. Just think when you go into that game, you took it all the way to the last moment to win the job. And let's be honest, he probably didn't win the job. They had to make a decision because Marcus Freeman did not look happy Sunday. So it's probably they just decided to give him the job. He didn't win it, not to me. They gave him the job over Minchie. So just think, you're a quarterback playing against Miami at Miami when it's going to be crazy. And on top of that, the stress of having a short leash. Because in the back of your mind, you have to, in your mind, I'm not saying he does have to do this, but in his mind, he's like, I got to play the perfect ball game or I'm going to get pulled. If I throw a couple of interceptions, I'm out of there. If I fumble the ball, I'm out of there. If we go out the first two series and we don't make a first down, they may yank me. And you can say they're college athletes and it doesn't matter. It does. That's in the back of your mind. I don't care who you are. That's in the back of your mind. It is, man, because you're not established yet. So thank you, Marcus Freeman, for starting CJ Carr. And I may have to eat my words, and I will. But I think Minchie would have been a lot better matchup against us. Brian McKenzie, what you got, buddy? You're absolutely right, because I'm thinking the same thing. Yep. Both Notre Dame quarterbacks will play because they will be forced to do so. Thank you. That's what I'm saying. I could see Notre Dame playing two quarterbacks, having a running back package. Well, this is what I'm hearing too, that, Love, Mr. R World over there, they're going to even put him on kickoffs. They are debating about putting this man on kickoffs, which is great. I mean, that's smart. You got a player like Love and Price, put them back there to catch punts and kickoffs. Put them on everything. If I had two players like that, you're going to be everywhere. Because let's be honest, you got to try to win this game. I do not think either team losing will make their season or break their season because it's such a highly anticipated game. I think if Miami loses, and if they lose, which I don't think they will, because you know me, I think the game's going to be a blowout. Either way, and I said this, I think Miami wins big, and I will give my prediction next week. I think Miami wins big. Or if Notre Dame wins, it will be big. This game will not be a close game. Just because when you get in the battle, first game, you don't know how people are going to react. One team always thinks they're ready and falls apart. Just by history, it happens. Only one game was close in the past. First week, top 10 matchups. Clemson and Georgia, it was 10-3. I believe that happened in 2023. 2024 didn't. 2023, I want to say that happened. All right. So let me give you some stats. Because I was like, all right, since this is about Carson Beck, what's up, Philly Kane? Thanks for checking in. Oh, EK, I like this. Carr has no leash. He could throw 3 picks, and he's not getting pulled. Well, you know what? I can believe that, too, because I did hear Marcus Freeman and their OC say, whoever we pick, we want to go with. But I don't believe that. You can say that now. You know how people, like fighters, UFC, I love UFC. Before the fight, they talk a big game, like, oh, yeah, I'm going to stay in there and battle. And then they get, bah! And it was like, what? And then they just out, and they don't know how to control their bodies. And they were talking all this, oh, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. Like Mike Tyson said, you can say whatever you want till you get punched in the mouth. That's what happened last time. It's a long time ago. I get it. But what you going to do, Carr? What you going to do? All right. Let me talk about some stats here because I love to bring stats. Now, let's talk about CJ Carr first. Dude, 4-star recruit, Michigan, played in Michigan, 4-star recruit. The dude, he was a beast in high school. Beast, let's not lie. Let's be honest about it. The dude was a beast in high school, threw for 8,135 yards in high school. He was an elite All-American. He did play his sophomore, junior, and senior year. So he played quarterback for the team for 3 years. He threw for 8,135 yards. He has not thrown a pass for Notre Dame. He was a redshirt, so everybody's caught up now. Great high school career, has not thrown a pass at Notre Dame. Not saying he can't be great. I'm just giving you the facts. Now, Carson Beck, I was like, all right, let me pull up his high school stats. Because that's, since we can't compare him in college. And the high school stuff really doesn't matter, let's be honest. But hey, let's pull their stats. So CJ Carr, 4-star, 8,135 yards, 78 TDs, 78 touchdowns, played in Michigan. Elite, All-American, big stats. Carson Beck played in Florida. He only started quarterback his junior and senior year, threw for 5,495 yards, right? 5,495 yards. CJ Carr has more yards, but he played one more year. And if you were to ask me, I think Beck played against way better competition in Florida. I think the competition in Florida is way better than Michigan, but I don't know. Beck's been in college for so long, I think he's like 89 years old now, Beck. This was in 2018. Now, Mr. Beck, CJ Carr was elite All-American. Mr. Beck was a 7A state champion. He won the 7A state championship. He was Mr. Football 2018. And Beck, like you said, Roth, Beck had two of the best quarterback seasons ever in UGA history. But that's jumping too far ahead. I got more stats for you because the only advantage CJ Carr has over Beck is that he has not thrown any interceptions because he has not thrown a ball. If you look to the stat sheet, that's the only thing CJ Carr has on Beck. Beck has more interceptions. I ain't trying to be funny. I'm just saying, if you're looking, because people like to find their own facts, so that's a fact. Beck has more interceptions than Carr because Carr hasn't thrown a pass. And I'm not making fun of Carr. I'm saying Carr could be great. I'm just giving you facts. But for some reason, when I give facts, people get mad about it. These are facts. Now, I'm going to give you some more Carson Beck facts. Carson Beck is 10-3. 10-3 against quarterbacks that he played against that are in the NFL. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah, I pulled that one because I was interested. Today, I was like, I wonder how many pro quarterbacks has Carson Beck played against that are in the NFL? He is 10-3 against quarterbacks in the NFL. Now, it doesn't mean they were first-round draft picks. They just went to the NFL. Quinn Ewers plays for the Dolphins. He went 2-0 against Texas. Quinn Ewers, check. Spencer Rattler, 1-0 against Spencer. Who else he go against? Oh, Jackson Dart. Dude's doing things in the NFL. Jackson Dart, we all know that name, right? 1-1 against Jackson Dart. The only blemish, so one of the 10-3 losses was to Jackson Dart, and he went 0-2. Carson Beck went 0-2 against who? I'll give you 5 seconds. Who did Carson Beck go 0-2 against that's in the NFL right now? And he was a first-round draft pick. And I don't think he was good in college. But that's when Nick Saban was there. Jalen Milroe. He went 0-2 against Jalen Milroe. And I saw the ignorant tweet today or whatever it was. I think it went viral. Somebody said, I would rather take CJ Carr. I would rather take a CJ Carr instead of a quarterback that's washed up like Beck. I was like, what are you talking about washed up? Do you realize Beck, by his passing yards last year, that was supposed to be a down year, and I've said this before, was only like 180 yards lower than Cade Klubnik? That's supposed to be all world. Do you know Carson Beck down year, he would have been a top 5 Miami quarterback? Do we realize what we're talking about when you say Carson Beck doesn't have it anymore? And from all indications I'm hearing, he's looking great. And after hearing about this weekend from like phone calls, talking to people, I'm like, oh yeah, they ready. They ready. Because I think that defense, Miami's defense, is going to surprise. Yes. Yes, Notre Dame has a great defense. We all know that. Nobody's saying they don't. But guess what? Miami's going to have a good defense too. I believe that. Your linebacking crew at Notre Dame, great. But I will tell you this. One thing about Miami, take this how you want. If you don't make Miami players think, if you don't make them overthink to react, some of the fastest players in the country. And they got them young boys at linebacker that can run. Big and can run. I was on the field last year for one of the games, and Popo walked past me. Just looking at him, standing next to him, I was like, he looked like an old school Miami linebacker. I can't wait to see Popo play. I can't wait. I know Mohamed Toure looked like a beast. I've seen pictures of him. They got players. Wesley Bissett. They got players that can run, and that's what it's about. That's what it's about. Jalen Milroe, Alabama. Yep. Bryce. Let them hate. We love it. Miami versus everybody all day. All day. So look, man, we're 12 days away. 12 days away. This is what I'm expecting. I will give my prediction next week, but I think it's going to be a blowout. Either way, I think it's going to be a blowout. And if you don't remember, I didn't just give the prediction of the Florida score last year. I actually walked you through the full game before it even happened, and it happened pretty much exactly like what I said. And I'm not saying I'm going to nail it this time, but I really feel, and I'm going to take you quarter by quarter, how I think the game's going to play out, because I've been to Miami games. And when it's packed, it's a hard place to play in. And I think this team, the way they're talking, the way players are stepping up, and like I said, I'm not worried about the receivers. If there's one position on offense, I think you can have young players, it's receiver. Because a lot of times it's just speed on speed. And we know them young cats got speed. I just sounded so old. These young cats, these young guns, oh, they got some speed. Yes, they do. I think JoJo will be back. I mean, Malachi Tony, Joshua Moore, Keelan Marion, CJ. I mean, I'm so excited. Can I tell you what I'm really excited about? Just for Miami this year to have decent punt and kickoff returns. Can we get that, please? Can we not run the ball straight into somebody's back this year? Please. Please. I know Philly Kane, JoJo needs to stay healthy. I get it. So I'm excited. 12 days away, man. 12 days away. Heatherman, to me, got the defense on point. I think their brotherhood is I think it's really, really, I'm feeling it when they talk. It's all about brotherhood. And I really feel they mean it this time. So I like to keep these things short. Hey, man. Go Canes. It's all about the U. Notre Dame fans. Thank you for watching. Thank you for laughing, having a personality and a sense of humor. Because this is Comics on Canes, but we drop facts. We dropped a lot of facts tonight. So I'll see you. I'm going to start doing this more. I'm shooting a brand new show in Atlanta that comes out September 8th. It's going to check your local listens, but it's called Scrambled Up. So I got 5 more weeks of shooting this, but I will be at the Miami Hurricanes game. And one more time, I got to show you this. If you live in Miami or surrounding areas and you are in town on Friday, right there, Alex DONNO, Gio and Yo, it's the Beat Notre Dame show. Free to get in, August 29th, Fort Lauderdale Improv, 4:30, but you have to RSVP. We three are teaming up for a podcast. It's like the Avengers. The Miami Hurricanes Avengers of podcasting are coming together. We're bringing in some ex-players. We want to put you on the air. If you got a good question, we'll throw you on the air. Man, this is all about you. And I'll be honest with you, we don't know how it's going to turn out. Not at all. But I was like, you know what? I don't care. I just want to talk to the Miami fans, man. And if they come, I got 2 shows at Fort Lauderdale Improv after it anyway, so I'm going to be there. And I was like, let's just do it. Let's see what happens. And if it goes well, we'll keep doing it. Maybe the Florida game, we'll all come back and do it again somewhere, And actually, you know what's cool? and this is awesome. I've already had businesses in South Florida reach out to me for the Florida game that want the podcast with me, Gio, and Alex DONNO. And man, Miami, everybody in Miami, thank you so much for the support. Please hit that subscribe button. I can't tell you how much I love the Miami Hurt. I can't even put it into words. When they lose, I hurt. And I've been hurting for the last 24 years. And I think we all have together. But hopefully, fingers crossed, this is one of the last years we go through that. Please RSVP. We will see you there. I will put the link in there one more time. Boom. Must RSVP. Have a beautiful night, man. I love you. Even Notre Dame fans, I love you. Please be safe. Remember, it's all about family, and it's all about the you. See you next time.